It's an honor to be here tonight celebrating with such an incredible community.
The empire has fallen, the music has stopped, the lights have dimmed, and the man who once ruled hip-hop is now trading red carpets for concrete walls. Sean Diddy Combs, the mogul, the legend, the icon, has been sentenced to 50 months in federal prison, 4 years behind bars, and a lifetime of consequences waiting after that. But this isn't just another celebrity downfall. This is a story about power, pride, and punishment. A story of how a man who once had the world in his hands let it all slip away. Just weeks after being found guilty on 2 federal counts tied to prostitution, Diddy's world turned upside down. Court documents show that even after he's released, he'll face a web of strict and suffocating conditions. Conditions designed to control, to monitor, to break down the man he once was. He'll have to complete substance abuse treatment, attend mental health counseling, and finish a domestic violence intervention program, a haunting reminder of that infamous 2016 hotel hallway assault involving Cassie Ventura. He must continue taking prescribed medications, allow random searches, avoid all contact with his victims, and is permanently barred from owning or even touching a weapon. For decades, Diddy controlled everything: his empire, his image, his legacy. Now, the system controls him. But even in prison, the mogul is still strategizing. His lawyers have made a special request to serve his sentence at FC Fort Dix, a low-security federal facility in New Jersey. Why Fort Dix? Because, unlike many prisons, it allows family visitation, and more importantly, it offers a rare rehabilitation program, a chance to shorten his sentence through treatment and therapy. But there's a dark side to that plan. Former inmate Joe Giudice, yes, the Real Housewives of New Jersey star, issued a chilling warning. He told Diddy to stay away from Fort Dix. According to him, the place isn't what it seems. They stab each other for whatever reason, Giudice recalled. You're just walking across the track, and bam, it happens. Inside those so-called low-security walls, violence is unpredictable, random, brutal, and constant. Still, Diddy's legal team insists Fort Dix is his best shot. They point to the residential drug abuse program, known as RDAP, a tightly run, year-long therapy initiative where inmates live apart from the general population. It's safer, more structured, and those who complete it can have up to a year removed from their sentence. For Diddy, that's not just a program, that's a ticket home. But long before he ever set foot in a courtroom, Diddy made one crucial mistake. A move so arrogant, so tone-deaf, that it might have cost him his freedom. Before his sentencing, prosecutors revealed that Diddy had already booked a public speaking gig, a post-trial appearance in another state, as if nothing would happen, as if the judge's decision was just another meeting on his calendar. That single act infuriated legal experts. Harvard law professor and former O.J. Simpson attorney Alan Dershowitz called it one of the dumbest decisions he'd ever seen. It was a slap in the face to the judge, he said. I can't imagine anything more stupid. If I were his lawyer, I would have quit the case right there. Dershowitz didn't hold back. He called Diddy stupid and arrogant. And in that moment, even before the verdict, the court and the public had already turned against him. When the day of sentencing finally came, the courtroom was packed. Reporters, attorneys, family, and fans, all waiting to witness the fall of a man who once seemed untouchable. As the judge prepared to read the sentence, Diddy's defense played a special video, an 11-minute family tribute. It was emotional. It was raw. Clips of Diddy laughing with his children, teaching them, playing with them, his kids speaking directly to the camera, telling their father how much they love him. It showed the man behind the mogul, the father, the philanthropist, the son, and for the first time in years, the unshakable Sean Combs broke down. Tears streamed down his face as his life flashed before his eyes. The highs, the fame, the mistakes. the pain. The courtroom was silent. Some said it was the first real emotion he'd shown in months. But the video, as moving as it was, couldn't save him. Robert Shapiro, another legendary lawyer and former member of O.J. Simpson's defense team, later said that emotional displays like this can cut both ways. They humanize the defendant, but they also invite deeper scrutiny from the court. It's a gamble, and this time, it didn't work in Diddy's favor. Judge Subramanian handed down the sentence, 50 months in federal prison, just over 4 years, and a lifetime of restrictions afterward. The judge recommended placement near New York City, but didn't confirm Fort Dix. For now, Diddy waits, suspended between two worlds. The world he once ruled, and the world he now faces. It's hard to believe that the man behind Bad Boy Records, the producer who turned street beats into billion-dollar brands, is now just another inmate number waiting for his turn to shower, to eat, to sleep. But beneath the headlines, there's something deeper. A reflection of how power, unchecked, can collapse overnight. For years, Diddy lived like he was untouchable. Now, every move, every breath, is regulated by someone else. The irony is poetic. The man who built an empire on control has none left. Still, some believe this could be his redemption arc. If Diddy takes the program seriously, if he faces his demons instead of outrunning them, he could emerge different, humbled, rebuilt, maybe even reborn. But others aren't so sure. They see a man trapped by his ego, a man who never learned when to stop, when to listen, when to change. Because at the end of the day, it wasn't the court, or the media, or even his enemies that destroyed him. It was him, his choices, his pride, his refusal to believe the rules applied to him. And now, as he awaits his placement, the world watches. Fans, critics, and fellow artists, all waiting to see what happens next. Will the man who built Bad Boy become just another story of downfall and disgrace? Or will Sean Diddy Combs use this time to rebuild his legacy from the ashes? Time will tell. But one thing's for sure. The Diddy the world once knew is gone, and in his place stands a man facing the one thing he spent his life running from: accountability. From platinum records to prison bars, from power to punishment. This is the fall of Diddy, and the rebirth of a man who once thought he could never fall. Because in the end, no one, not even a king of hip-hop, is bigger than the truth.